Hey there, has the recent volatility in the market got you a little bit nervous about your financial future? Well, you're in good hands because there are a lot of people that are just nervous about where the market's going, especially with the elections, political events, things like that. So in this 4-part video series, I'm going to break down, go into what we can do to mitigate this risk we call volatility in the market. And so my name's Steve Larsen and I'm with Produce Freedom. And what I do is I help people create financial freedom so they can live in abundance and live their passion and purpose. And so if we want to look at financial volatility, here's a good example. This is the S&P 500 this year. If you can see my mouse, my cursor, this is where 2020 starts, right? We're going well. And then boom, about February, March, it starts to head downward, right? So this is about a 35% drop. And then kind of this rebound. Now, I want you to take a second and imagine that you're one of these retirees that are just about to retire. So fast forward, and if this was happening like the month you were retiring, what would that look like? If we look at the census right now, down here it says that there's about $10,000 a day, $10,000 people a day that have crossed the age threshold and will be by 2030, meaning that there's this many people that are notably maybe retiring each day. And so I want you to think, if you were in this situation and you were planning to retire in February and you had all your money in the market and then you had this happen. And you didn't know that it was going to recover because we're never promised a recovery, right? This luckily just happened this way. And a lot of it is because the government printed a bunch of money to bail us out. But what would happen if you retired and then your money went down this fast within a matter of a month? How do we mitigate that risk? It's a huge risk. And so this series really is going to go into that. And I want to show you how we can really manufacture a smoother and a more stable and stronger financial wealth proposition for you and your family. Now, I thought this was kind of funny when I thought of all the money going out, losing 35%. So if you had $1 million in your account and it went down to $650,000, it'd be like the hamburger going and stealing all the hamburgers off the desk at Hamburger University. I don't know why this popped in my head, but I found this on YouTube and I put a quick screenshot in there. But financial volatility is very much a real thing. So if I was to ask you, hey, what's your objective for retirement, or with finances? Most people say, hey, they want to get to retirement, which in other words, they want to get to the top of the mountain. And I would like to argue that that's not the objective. The objective is not getting to the top of the mountain. The objective is getting down safely. So it's getting to the other side. So yes, there's this part of where we want to accumulate safely and get to the top. But really, the only reason we want to get to the top is so that we can get back down. We don't want to stay here at the top. And so this is not talked about widely in the financial services arena by financial planners because they're only talking about putting your money in the market, putting the money in the market, trying to go to retirement, when we're really talking about how we get this constant cash flow after retirement is the part that's important. We don't want to lose all the money that we get there. So in the next video, I'm going to show you a really cool tool to really assess where you're at. And so we'll jump into that in the next video. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get the rest of this series as they come out. But in the next video, we'll talk about how we can look at what you have and what that means for you in retirement. So stick with me and we'll talk more about this problem we call financial volatility. Thanks.